people, when they talk to you, they're not interested in a dialogue. They're interested in a shouting match. And they're the ones that seem to get very emotional, almost to the point of being irrational. And you can't, some of them you can't speak to, because if you try to talk to them in a dialogue, you know, a polite dialogue, it never seems to end that way. It usually seems to get escalated by their side. But like I said, the next roll-in that we have coming up, and I'm trying to keep up with the outlining of the show, that's what I'm doing here, in case you're a little puzzled. We'll go to the next roll-in, and I think the next roll-in, we're going to have the audio of our mics up to be heard. So if you want to take a look at the monitor when that roll-in comes, if you want to make any comments, I know Janet has been out to the Canoga Park day laborers site, and I've been out there, and Jimson, I think, has been out there several times, so we could try to chime in with any kind of things that come to mind. There is going to be a very low audio, so you can sort of understand what's going on. So if the control room is ready with that second roll-in, it says Canoga Park, Home Depot, Day Labor Center. It's the B roll for this roll-in on the show. This roll-in. We need to see this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this was quite a powerful message that he put together.
It should be an eye-opener for all Americans.
This is our homeland. We cannot, we will not, and we must not be made illegal in our own homeland. We are not immigrants that came from another country to another country. We are migrants free to travel the length and breadth of
The images is captured is so strong, and the message is so strong in their own words. It was very, well, like I say, it was a very powerful piece, very well thought out.
Okay. You know, my comment to that would be that MULAC has their website, so that after the end of the Mexican-American War, there were 77,000 Mexicans on the U.S. side of the border. Okay. So now here we are in 2007, we have 46 million Latinos, Mexicans, or whatever, in the country. Are you saying to me that every one of these 46 million people are descendants of the 77,000? I doubt very seriously if that's the case.
That's interesting that they try to connect the two.
Exactly. And we have the argument that they are all descendants of that original 77,000, I think that's purely specious. It's not over water.
That sounds like a big reach.
And I think, again, it all comes back to one thing. That's all a diversion. The fact of the matter is these people are here illegally. I don't care about descendants. I don't care about, they have no rights. So I don't know what all this full rights, civil rights, they have no rights. And I think it's just ridiculous that they're allowed to demand. They're like terrorists. They're in our country, and they're demanding, or what? Or they'll march, or they'll get violent, or what?
That's
It's very scary.
That's an interesting point. Because to me, I'll really admit, I'm fourth generation, and when my grandparents came here, like Kim was saying, they couldn't wait to become Americans. And they took 2 or 3 jobs to go to school.
Well, remember, it was not a welfare country.
They wanted to be part of the citizenship. That's the whole thing about this that comes across to me is it's like, don't cheapen citizenship by going the amnesty route, because it insults all our forefathers with all the hard work to overcome that they took to become part of society.
And who did immigrate to a non-welfare country. There was no free welfare, free anything. They, with elbow grease and the sweat off their backs, built this country. They built this country. So I don't know who these people are saying that the people here won't do these jobs, they won't work. We built this country. Our ancestors built this society. My question is, too, is look what we have to be proud of. Our space program, our medical programs, all these programs, and yet, what do they have to offer? What do they have to be proud of? I don't know.
Did you happen to see the map that showed Avalon?
Yeah. Yes.
My question is this. Let's argue that California, Arizona, New Mexico, let's argue the point about the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. But we went to Chicago and found a huge immigration population up there, illegal immigration population. Now, are you telling me that is part of Avalon as well? That Illinois, North Carolina, New Jersey? I mean, where does it stop? Where does the claim to all the United States ends? Where does it end?
It's funny because there's so many different tangents people can get off on, like we're talking about the ancestry and the little point I wanted to make was, back in the day, the Ellis Island day, you were not accepted unless you had $20 in your pocket, America.
Okay.
You were not accepted. And you went through health exam and things like that. There's all kinds of health issues now that's going on with new diseases that have been wiped out in the United States now are coming back, like leprosy and polio and tuberculosis.
And what people don't realize is that if you come here illegally, you're a legal immigrant, you are tested for all those. And there's been a surge of tainted blood that is, and so we're finding that people are getting ill and actually dying from diseases or especially parasites. It's because these people donate blood, but that blood has never been tested. So you better think twice if you're going in for a transfusion, because that blood has been sold to some illegal immigrant, who knows with what, and never been tested.
And